Hi Giovanni, job done, well done into the next round of the cup. What was your assessment of the game tonight?
Well, I think just as you said, the important thing is to go to the next round. You don't want to you want to be alert. Also against a team who's lower in the lower leagues, but I think we're very alert. We're very decent performance. We didn't take all the chances we got, but I'm really happy because we're in the next round. That's all that counts today. Of course, I see also some positive things. Of course, the chance for Alex to come into the game and play the way he did today was very satisfying for me. Happy for him that he made his debut, and looking forward to work with him in the future, because I think it's one of the big talents we have coming from the academy. It's always good to to give them a chance. So of course Leon King also played in the second half, and I could give more minutes to players coming back from injury, especially Leon Balogun, of course, who's been out for the whole time since I joined Rangers. Kamar as well could play some minutes. So those are the positive things, and the only thing we have to wait and see with Giannis, because he had a knock on his calf. So we have to wait and assess him tomorrow what his problem is.
Can I ask again about Alex Lowry? We've just spoken to him. He seemed very composed when he came onto the pitch, and it must have impressed you how quickly he really stamped his authority on the game.
Yeah, of course I've seen him on training many times. He trained with us a couple of times the last weeks, so you could see his qualities. I think the qualities he has on this age is really good. He has many things to improve yet, but I think his levels is already from a good standard. And you could see he is enjoying his game, and then he didn't seem like really nervous. And of course the goal he scored, as you said, he was very composed. The good ability to watch the counter attack, and it looked like he passed the ball in the goal. So. And besides that, I think he had many good moments on the ball. So and again, very pleased with his performance.
Hi Giovanni, how important was it for Itten to get a goal to help his confidence, especially with Alfredo being called up on international duty?
Well, I think it's also for his confidence is really good. Of course, we called him back from his loan spell in Germany because I don't think it was working for him, and also not for us as a club. So we decided to bring him back to give more options in attack. And of course, with Morelos not available for the coming games, and Itten back in the squad, and Kamar also there as an option. So we need all the options we have for the coming weeks, because it's going to be again a very tight schedule with hard games. So happy that also Cedric is scoring and back with us.
And other players like Simpson and Barker, who haven't had much game time this season so far, how pleased were you to give them a run out this evening?
Yeah, it's not hard for especially for players who haven't played a lot, not only under me but also under the previous manager. Those are the players who are working hard in training sessions to get a chance, and so it's always nice to give them a run in the game today. So I think was option we had, and I think we'll have a lot of changes comparing to the last game. And so for Brandon and for Jack was good to also play a competitive game again.
Congratulations, Giovanni. Tonight we saw Fashion Sakala very enthusiastic, and he stuck at his task and got the goal. What are the key improvements that he needs to make to cement that first team position?
Well, I mean, he's I've used Sakala many times. It's a player with a lot of qualities. He's not afraid to take people on in a 1-against-1s. He's fast. So I think you can see his drive today was really good. And Of course, he has things to improve, but I'm here to improve my players. He's open to improve, so he's also a nice player and person to work with. So I'm really happy for him. He scored a goal, and he's definitely one of the players who will get game time in the coming weeks, because I think he always is a threat for defenders.
And Kemar Roof got some minutes at the end of the match. How was he feeling after that?
Yeah, good. So as I said, it's good to give him minutes, but also Cedric, but especially Kemar. He played. He came in against Hips, and he started against Lyon, and after that, he had problems again. But I'm happy for him that he's back, because he's one of the players also who worked hard to get back to full fitness as soon as possible.
Thank you.
Giovanni, you just going back to, you mentioned about the academy players coming through. You obviously come from a country where there's a huge culture of that. How important is that to you as a manager, to see these younger players coming through, and is that something the Rangers fans can expect to see more of with you in charge?
Well, yeah, of course. I'm a player. I'm not a player anymore. I
wish you still were.
No. Well, I'm a bit too old now. But, no, as a manager, well, as a player, I came also from the Finite Youth Academy, so I know the pathway many players have to take to reach the first team eventually, and I think the youth setup at Rangers is very good, at a good level, and so you can see the qualities that Alex has. Still a good standard. So I'm really pleased for him, and of course, I don't give him a chance because I don't rate him. No, I have full confidence in him. He has a long way to go, but I'm looking into the future to still work with him. Charlie McCann is another player who's been training with us a lot, so he's also a midfielder with a lot of quality. So it's good to get the academy involved again as well, and I want them to improve every day and to make it more difficult for me to choose players. So and I like the energy the young players have, because they're at the start of their career. They're full of energy. They're very positive. They want to work. They want to improve. So just make sure that we keep them on the right path.
You gave Cedric 90 minutes tonight, and he took his chance. He scored. When he was last here, he was used quite often as a substitute, but he does give, with his physical presence and his directness, perhaps something that's different to the other forwards. Can you see that you might be tempted to use Cedric from the start in more games in the rest of the season?
Well, I think so. We called him back because I think, as you said, he has qualities that are different from Morelos and different from Roof. So in that way, sometimes a game will need a striker like him. But we didn't brought him back just to be on the bench here. We brought him back to give the squad something extra, something different. And I'm sure that his qualities will be needed for the rest of the season.
And lastly, if I could just ask, we're up against Stirling Albion tonight, and despite the fact that the league they play in, I thought they were quite impressive in the first half. They kept their shape, they didn't panic. Were there any of their players that particularly impressed you?
Well, I think, as you said, it's they done really well. I mean, it's as you said, they were very, very compact. They made it difficult. They tried to, when they recovered the ball, to make very quick transitions. You have some quick strikers as well. I think the number 8, he had the midfield player. He had quite a decent game first half. He made it very difficult for our midfield players. And you could see, especially the first half, the central defenders, blocking shots. So I think that's also the beauty of the cup. and not only in Scotland, but I've seen it many times also in Holland or in Spain or the FA Cup in England. There are always surprises in any cup game, and so you just have to make sure you are not the surprise, and that's what we did. But I think Stirling can be very proud of their performance. So, for them, I think it was a good experience to come here. But luckily for us, and I think also as it should be, we should have won in the game, and we did. And we wish them all the best in their league.